All right, happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome to our Focus Forward check-in call. And I know sometimes we kind of get confused on what's a check-in, what's a training. So I thought on this first check-in call, I would kind of outline once again the formatting and the plan of this group. So last week, we had our first training call with Barbara Duke. So I hope that you've taken some time, if you weren't able to join us live, you've taken some time to go back and look at that training and of course implement, the ideas. Barbara gave us lots of ideas to get shows on our calendar. And this week we have been focusing on nothing but bookings. Okay. And you know what? I'm going to be, very transparent with you. We can give you every idea in the book, but we can't show up to your house and get you to get on the phone or private message or do the things that you need to do to get those parties on your calendar, whether they be virtual or live parties. So you have to, make that time and really schedule the time to make business happen. And so today we're going to talk a little bit continue talking about bookings. And this is actually what we call our check-in call. But to kind of get the momentum going, I am going to be sharing some additional things and ideas to get bookings, to track your bookings, and to keep track of, who you're contacting, because that is truly what's key. So check-in calls are on Saturday, training calls are on Monday. So let's go ahead and first I'm going to ask those of you that were able to join us live, have you been taking the time to get on the phone or to get on private messaging people to get those shows on your calendar?
I have been using the Green Dot system.
Okay.
I sent out 76 Green Dot.
Sherry just froze. Okay, Sherry, unfortunately, you have frozen on us. So hopefully your internet will stabilize and we will get back to you on your check-in. So, okay. And so Melba, what about you? How much time have you been investing into getting some calling and private messaging done?
I have done the Green Dot. I have done about 10 of those, and I was going to try to do some more today. And I have contacted some of the people that was in my last event. I couldn't think what it was called. That had posted some interest in the business and then wanting to have a party. So I've been contacting them. I haven't had a response back from them, but I have had some response back from the Green Dot, but nobody has said yes yet. But I've been doing the little Green Dot message we got.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I think that this is Janae, so we're going to unmute Janae. Is that you on phone?
Yes, I'm here. I've been doing some door prize slips that I have had. I have been calling those. I've got a catalog show that she lives in Kingsport, and I'm sending that out. And I got somebody that I did a show for in February. She's gotten her daughter to do a show, and I'm hoping to get it for this month. And I have a show that she wants to reschedule this month, hopefully, but I am been calling every day in this week for different ones also. So
perfect.
I've got, let's see, 2 catalogs going on right now with Facebook, and then if I can get the 2 cooking shows for this month also. So
Okay.
That's what I've got so far.
Okay. All right. And Sherry, you kind of jumped off on us. So 76, I think, was the last number we heard, and then you went into the Never Never world.
Okay,
Mhm.
I sent out 76 green dots. I ended up with 10 no's, 10 yeses, and 2 get back with me's.
Okay. All right, good. All right, and so thank you, Sherry. You are implementing the Go for No, which we talked about. So, and you saw that that information, you know, on our team pages on our weekly focus. So, one of the things that I want you to do, and write this down on your paper, is change your conversation, change your verbiage. So, so instead of using the word if, we need to use the word when. And that is really key. Your mind is going to track and do, you know, your behavior will mirror what your mind says. So if your mind keeps saying if, that's what's going to happen. So we need to say when, we need to know what our dates are, and we need to really, really start tracking. So the Go for No was one thing that we had talked about this week, but what I'm going to post, and Janine, I think Janine was the catalyst to this. This is going to be the tracker that you're going to use for June. So you all know that everything is about best summer ever. We are playing baseball, and it is really all about making those contacts. So you've already this week been focusing on making contacts, so hopefully you have a list. So you're going to be able to mark off 25 baseballs, and our goal is to make 25 contacts per week about hosting. Sherry, you're way ahead of the game. You can mark all your little baseballs off, okay? So that is our goal, and then you're going to track your sales, you know, by moving up the ball, and of course we know, moving up the bat, and of course it is all about the free for all. And we know what's the sweet spot level, everyone?
1,500.
Right, 1,500 is our low goal, okay? That should be the minimum we work to this month, because again, it's the cover product. And then from here, we're going to be making 25 connections for recruits. And here's where we're going to go fill in for our qualified recruits. Now, a goal is a minimum of 5, because when you go to National Conference and having recruited 5, what are you gonna get? Anybody remember? You're gonna receive a special recognition button at National Conference that you sponsored 5 people. And that is great. Now, if you have never recruited before, and Sherry and Janae, I'm sorry you don't qualify for this, but Melba, you would, anyone else on this call who has never recruited before, with your first team member, you're going to get a baseball that will have Doris Christopher's signature embossed on that. So that is a great, you know, piece of history. You know, Doris is, you know, probably pretty close to retiring. As much as she loves us, we need to bless and release and tell her to go live her beautiful life. So this may be one of the last opportunities you get to have this this little piece of history. So you're going to see, I'm going to post this into the group, and you'll also see it on our personal page. And then here, this sheet you can use to actually write the names on it. So if you're a visual like myself, this will help you track, you know, who it is that you're contacting. And what I would love to see is, as you are posting, as you're filling in your names, you know, go ahead and take a picture of it and post it in our group private message. Because you know what? We have said this before. You are each other's peers. You're each other's cheerleaders. It is all about, you know, kind of, you know, getting each other excited and letting each other know that you really care about success. So one of the things that I want to show you is a short video, which is about the Power Hour notebook. And this video is by Crystal Jackson. And you know what? Maybe this is just not enough for you because, again, remember, this is just something we're going to be working on this month. So keeping a strong system to go back and get in touch with your people, because like Sherry said, not everybody said yes. So she has to go back and contact those people. So one of the things I have to say to you is I heard you all talk about who you're contacting. However, I didn't hear one of you say that you are having your own party, okay? It is beyond my thinking that you guys do not have your own party schedule. Why would you not want to take advantage of the double points for yourself, okay? So you should have a party schedule. If you don't have one for next week, have one the week after, that week of the 18th. I don't care if you invite 4 friends. Go live in your own party and you know what, post it to, you create an event on Facebook, you know, post yourself going live, and that is a great way to have that additional party. So I would love to see each of you, you know, have that. All right, so I am going to go ahead and share my screen and go ahead and get our video going. All right, can everyone see my screen? Yes? Okay, thanks, Melba.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and.
I'm so excited to share with you today a tool that's really going to help you be able to keep your business not only organized, but right in front of you, available whenever you're ready to do it. So I am super excited not only about the Power Hour Notebook, but also to remind you to be using your paper calendar. And if you're not sure how to utilize it to the maximum, then your director can definitely help you. How many of you feel so busy all the time that you have a really hard time trying to get everything done each and every day and fit everything in? Well, I'm going to show you today how to fit your business in and around everything else you do. Full-time job, kids, school, activities, everything. Our whole business, excluding the cooking show, can be done in 15-minute blocks of time. I'm going to teach you how to do a power hour and utilize 15-minute blocks of time here and there. So how many of us have 15 minutes before dinner, 15 minutes after you've made dinner, 15 minutes while you're waiting on picking up your child from dance class, or waiting in the line at karate lessons, anything like that? You can utilize those 15 minutes to be able to make some phone calls and look inside your binder and see what updates you need to take care of. And then also, if you work a full-time job, then you can definitely use 15 minutes of your lunch hour. It doesn't take you a whole hour to eat lunch. And I know that's what I've done over the past 2.5 years. And in that little step has really made a huge difference. Most important thing that you can do, remember the airplane analogy, is to get your business up and going from the very beginning. You really want to build that momentum, and this Power Hour binder is going to help you do exactly that. The Power Hour Notebook has 4 segments: booking leads, recruit leads, customer care, and host coaching. Let's start by talking about the first segment, booking leads. This is where you are going to track all the leads you get from your shows. You want to fill out the contact info from yesterday's show that you didn't get booked and on your calendar. Of course, we want you to book as many then and there as you can, but you will have some that just had a baby, just moved, or are new to town. So you are going to have leads from every single show, and these will be future leads for your business and really important for you to keep track of. You want to write down the past hosts next to their contact information, which will help trigger which show you met them at. Then make some notes such as Sally just moved to town, and add a follow-up date. Sometimes you just have people that didn't get a chance to talk to you or had to leave early but filled out the drawing slip, and you need to follow up with them later that week. Anyone who is a lead that didn't get on your calendar is someone that needs to go in your Power Hour notebook to follow up with later. The next section is recruit leads. You will find someone at every show that is interested in Pampered Chef in one way or another. This section helps you keep track because they might not sign up there, but you'll want to follow up with them later. There is a place for customer info and follow-up dates and notes. Your director and Cindy will work closely with you on follow-up. Your job is to get the leads. We will help build your team. The third section is about customer care. And remember, people, customers, guests, they all have a choice. And so when they call you and they need to have, say, a piece of stoneware replaced because it was broken, be sure to make a note of that and help them call the home office and take care of whatever it is they need, but make a note of it so you can follow up with them in a few days or a week and find out if that was taken care of and if there was anything else that you can help them with. The fourth section is host coaching, and this is such a critical section. You have the host info sheet that you want to fill out for each of your hosts, put in their contact info, and then take them through the host coaching system. See more on the available host coaching video. This is what your binder is going to look like. You can see I made a cute little cover for it. And then you open it up and you have your booking leads, your recruit leads, customer care, and host coaching, which of course we talked about being a very important part. And then I added this one to the front. It's the fast track to director. So don't think that just because you're just now starting your business, you're new, that you can't make it to director. There's all kinds of fun things and extras that Pampered Chef adds in for you when you do a fast track to director. So be sure to put this in the front of your binder so that it's always in your mind and always a reminder for what goal that you want to work towards. In addition to the fast track director in the front, you also want to have the tracking chart. Pampered Chef is a relationship business, but it is also a numbers business, and numbers don't lie. You want to fill in the host name and date the show was held for all your shows in the first 30 days. And then once the show is held, you can fill in how many attended, sales, outside orders, how many bookings you got, and recruit leads. This form was designed to look at numbers and get the results you want from the business. For example, under the bookings column, I've started using a saying that says, you aren't through until you've booked 2, meaning you want to set a goal from the beginning to have 2 shows booked from each party, 1 to replace the current one and 1 to build your business. So if you book 2 from every show, you will never run out. You want to make it a priority. Get used to tracking it. So you have the bookings tab for all your booking leads, recruit tab for recruit leads, customer care, and then host coaching with all of the host info sheets for each of the upcoming hosts. Then in the back, I have January to December tabs. You can buy them at an office store or make them on your own. This is for when you have a customer that tells you after a follow-up call that they really are interested in booking a show, but they just can't do it now, and ask you to please follow up with them in, say, January. You would flip to that tab for January and put them in the lead list for that month. Then they are out of sight and out of mind, and you can mark them off your list, and you don't have to worry about it until January. Now put it all together, 4 tabs, the January to December tabs, and copies we have sent you. And together you have an office on the go, and anywhere you go, you can work in 15-minute pockets of time, your Power Hour binder and your calendar. Get in the habit to log after every show. If you are a brand new consultant, you will start with your Frank's list or the list of 100 that came in the booklet from the home office in front of your binder to start. So when you're on the phone and you tell someone that you'll send a recipe, an email, put their postcards in the mail, or any other thing that you've promised, you need to write it down so you will remember what your action steps are when you get off the phone. Well, I'm really excited to share with you the Power Hour binder today because I know it will really help your business be absolutely fantastic. So that's all for now.
Okay. So has anyone already implemented the Power Hour binder? Okay, how does that sound? Does it sound like that would help you? Awesome. Okay, so I will put this in our group, and I will also put it on our personal team page so that you will, you'll have that information. Now, who's planning on making, I know we were talking about going to the farmer's market. We were talking about doing a few additional things outside of our business, but again, it's always important to touch our business every day. So I was thinking we would do just a quick little, process is thinking about who we could call, okay? Because I think that's always our biggest challenge. So let's start the process here, and then we'll take it back to our team page and continue. So what do I mean by that, who to call? So I would like us to come up with a list of a minimum of 25 people. So here's what I'm thinking. Example, a hairdresser. So maybe your hairdresser, maybe some other hairdresser in your community. Okay. A pharmacist. Okay, so you get where I'm going. An actual, Might not be, you know, somebody that you know, but somebody in that job description that we're going to search for. So let's kind of get started and share some different people we could be contacting. So we already said a hairdresser, said a pharmacist. Who else?
I was going to call everyone that placed an order on my virtual parties and placed an order, and to see if they needed anything extra added to their order, if they were willing to book a party or whatnot.
Okay, so people on virtual parties, okay? So that's great. Okay. Right. So think, again, I want you to think in terms of what people's job description, what people's home, stay-at-home moms, okay, are you?
Someone at the bank.
Okay, someone at the bank. Thank you, Melba. The bank teller.
Yeah, a restaurant owner.
Okay. All right. Who else?
Dentist or the people that clean your teeth.
Okay, the dental hygienist. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, where else do you do in your everyday life? Think of the places you go in your everyday life.
Eye doctor.
Eye doctor.
The doctor.
Doctor. Okay. All right. Okay, a waitress. Okay. All right, so I kind of got you thinking a little bit. So we're going to take this to our team page, and I want you to just keep adding. And, you know, also if you have somebody, you know, that's one of your friends on a team page, tag them and ask them, hey, you know, Sue, who do you think we could add to our list of, you know, I'm going to put a list of 50. I'm going to raise the stakes on that. So we're going to come up with a list of 50 people, you know, that we can be contacting. Who's up for the challenge? Go ahead and raise your hand. Awesome. Okay, good. All right, Janine, is there anything else I'm forgetting to touch base on before we wrap up?
No, but I did love what Crystal shared the other day about looking on your phone and in your emails, the people who've ordered recently on your party. And she showed us how if you hold your finger on the phone number and then you can click send message, that's what she does. And she sends them, she just copies and pastes the same message to everyone. And she even does people who just ordered recently. And we could post that verbiage. I don't know if did you post that?
Well, I will. She posted that in our little group, right, Janine?
Yeah, I thought that was great.
Okay, I will share that with all of you then, on, you know, reaching out to people that way. Perfect. That's great. Thanks, Janine. All right, I don't think, oh, here was one other thing I'm going to screen share so you can all see this. Hold on, where is my, I'm not sure I can do that. Oh, here we go. Darn, wait, let me open it first and then move it over here. And then here it is. Okay, so here is a post that you post this about the Rock Rocks. Can everyone see that? Okay, the Rock Rocks. And then here's your verbiage. You know, giveaway time, which Rock Rock is on your wish list? Drop a letter in the comments and get entered into a drawing for a Pampered Chef product. Winner will be drawn on Friday this week. Go. And of course, it's important that you put this on your community page. And if you have not started a community page, and what do I mean by a community page? Like, for example, Janine's community page is called Janine's Foodies. So she adds customers, she adds guests, anybody who is interested in kind of getting quick tips, hear about products. It's not her personal page, because you don't always want to be selling to your personal page. So she's adding this group of interested guests and customers to her foodie page. So you can post this on there, and then you don't want to, so once they comment on the post, you don't want to reply to their comment. You want to personally message them about hosting a party. Okay, so that is, again, something that I will be sharing with you. So there you go. There's another thing. There's so many things. As I said to you earlier, ladies, there's so many things you can be doing. It's all about just doing it. Now, next Monday is going to be our Focus Forward call at 8:30. And our guest speaker will be Nancy Jo Ryan, and she's going to be talking about, again, prospecting, adding bookings to your calendar. We obviously are hitting it hard these first 2 weeks with bookings. And those of you that cannot join live, in fact, like people that are on the Gagne team, we understand you'll be having to listen to the recording because that is your Zoom call meeting. So you'll be joining that. So please make sure that you come back, and then we'll do our check-in the week after that. So any questions at this point? Okay, promise I kept you right at a half hour, which that's our goal. Now behind me, you're going to see the people that have already been recruiting. So this is our Focus Forward. You can see it, I can list it. So we have Janae and Sherry recruiting. And so on the verge, their goal, which they have shared, is that they are going for director this month. So this will be updated, for every call as your person becomes active and working towards your team goal of 5,000. We will be updating this. So as soon as those of you that are in the group, you haven't recruited yet, as soon as you get that first new team member, we're going to be adding them to our Focus Forward board. So we truly believe that this can happen. People promote to director and recruit 5 people in a month. So it is definitely something that I hope each of you have on the radar with the fabulous recruiting promotion that we have. Remember, we have opportunity event this Wednesday. Okay, so the 13th is opportunity event. So start to think about the people that you can be inviting to the opportunity event, which is at 8:30. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Comments? All right. Keep our private message group going. As I said, you're each other's biggest cheerleaders. Janine and I are here to support you, and we'll do everything that we can to make it happen. But we can't be sitting next to you pointing a finger saying to call. That's got to be right in your heart and in your belief. And we talked about the belief pillar in our belief last week. So if you're struggling with your belief, go back and listen to Cindy's video. So thanks so much, everyone. Have a great weekend, and I look forward to talking with you all one-on-one next week.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Donna.
Take care.